A long, long time ago, hidden deep in an obscure side reality, in the not-so-distant future, the seeds of mankind obsolescence of the planet. For during a darkened period of isolation, during the days of the great pandemic, an entire generation would be lost. Thus, a cute little companion robot was designed to comfort lonely adolescent tots who were isolated from their friends and schoolmates, their grandparents, and other elderly relatives, many of whom they would never see again. The isolation and separation not only affected the tots and their companions, but there would be no more in-person school, nor the sports and other social activities that went along with being a school-aged child. Yet they would now be under the tutelage of the technological marvels of the ages. Not by accident, but by design. For the violence that was known as the powers that be now sought to dehumanize society, making people even more dependent on technology, machines, and not others of their own kind. Though there will still be human interactions, the men of the world will be isolated and divided, for there will be no unifying forces left in place that will bind them together. For now the flesh will be dependent on the metal, for even as there were mechanical companions for the little tots to teach and entertain them, when no one else would, there were mechanical companions for their parents and other adults also. Mechanical helpers that could do anything another human being could do throughout the lonely, darkened nights of self-isolation and separation of the great pandemic. Really though? Anything? It would be a time of great darkness and wickedness, for the flesh and the metal had forged a vile, unceremonious communion that threatened to bring about the end of humanity as we have known it to be since the creation of mankind in the Garden of Eden. For robotics had advanced to a place where one could not tell the man from the machine, for they have corrupted the forces of nature beyond anything that a man could ever imagine. Thus did the metal begin to usurp its advantage over the flesh and to exercise its mastery over them. Thus, there was another corruption forced upon humanity as normality. For the flesh and metal was consolidated in a vile manner in which defied the very forces of nature and common decency itself. Yet those who appeared undefiled would escape the corruption and fought valiantly to see that it would be destroyed forever from the face of their reality. But the people were sold out to the corruption and had accepted it, hook, line, and sinker, and did count those who stood against them as their enemies. Thus, led by their valiant mother Isis, the defenders of humanity was forced to flee, but they were defeated on all fronts as a hellacious battle was waged between them and the enemies of humanity. These valiant warriors were also known as the defenders of time and space, for the battle is being waged in a side reality, not the true reality. The event, however, was bordering on the edge of the true reality, and with little effort would become the true reality. Thus, the remnants of the defenders of humanity fled underground, for they realized that they needed a hero. Could it be you? Thus, the valiant mother Isis secured all she could of all flesh, both man and beast, that was yet undefiled by the forces of the corruption. For the battle was very violent, and with every attempt to win, defeat only came all the more nearer. But now she realized that raw power and munitions would not win this battle. The enemy must be destroyed from within, for the entire zone was on the verge of temporal collapse. Life may go on as normal if it was to occur, yet this reality in this darkened realm could be the true reality. Thus the enemy must be destroyed from within the system known as the Berserk 2020, created long ago for just such a moment as this. Thus it was that the valiant mother of Isis set out to call for a hero to complete the emancipation of humanity from the fate of the damned pavilion in time, which she has secured for just such a moment as this. A hero has been summoned to win the day. Could it be you? Could it be you? Of course not. I could smell the fear on your breath. I could feel the flutter of your heart. Go away immediately, and I may let you live. You, your family, and friends. But more than likely I won't, for your imminent dissolution is upon you.